Hi, welcome to Volume Tape Reading Strategy. In this class, we will discuss the precautious thing, the alerting things. Okay, so let's start the class from there again. Okay, so we have discussed that we have to look for at least two things before a trade. The first thing is the big candle. The big candle which have no similar candle nearby, that is the big candle. The big candle represents irrelevant activity, change of behavior. So that's why whenever we got such big activity which have no similar activity nearby, so that is an alerting thing that you should not go against that. For example, this is a monthly chart and we got an alert from the smart money from here that this is a big activity happen in the market which have no similar activity nearby. So that means we got an alert from the smart money. Do not go against this one. Look at this. The effect of that big candle came to the weekly time frame as well. So then if we check that in daily time frame, so look at this move. It is a very big move happen. So if we were here and we got a signal for the sell side here, for example, so if we took our trade here for the sell side, so we will be stuck in a so much bad trade. So big activity represent irrelevant activity, change of behavior. So do not go against the big candle, the irrelevant activity. Okay. So we have discussed only one thing so far, the big candle. Be alert of the big candle. Do not go against that. If you find a signal here, do not sell this market because you got an irrelevant activity in the market. So you will try to trade according to this big activity, irrelevant activity from the higher time frames. Okay. So the first thing we have discussed, big activity, big candle. The second thing is the wick candle. For example, the wick candle. Let's say this is a wick candle with so much good volume as well. This is a weekly time frame. This is a wick candle. This is a wick candle. Okay. So whenever we got wick candle with high volume, so the wick didn't met randomly. The wick represent that the buyer and seller both were present there. So in this case, in this candle, uh, there there are buying and selling both took place there. So that means the buyer and the seller both were fighting here. So if the buyer and seller both fighting in an area, so we should not jump to that area until we got a clear direction that which side has won the match. Okay, for example, here in this wick candle, after the wick, there is no such reaction which show that the wick worked and you can join the trade. There are so many wicks in this chart and in every chart, there are in every time frame as well. So there are so many wicks. So which wick to follow and which wick to scare off. For example, after this week, there is no up candle, which is alerting candle, and which is a big activity and which show us that this week worked and the market will go to the upside. Because after the week, if the market react according to the week, then the week worked. Otherwise, the week have no more important for us as well. For example, there are so many weeks everywhere. There are so many weeks, so if the market didn't react according to the week, for example, in this week, we got a signal there. There are so much buyer and seller both are enter here. So after the week, if the market didn't react according to that, what is the reaction of the week? So if we got a big candles, for example, if we got big candles with good volume, so that means the wick worked and then the market will go to the opposite side. But after the week, if the market didn't react according to that, so then that means the wick didn't work and the wick is no more important for us. So that means we have discussed only one thing so far, the big candle, which is truly very important for us. The wick candle is also important, but the wick by itself represent nothing for us because it represents the fighting between buyer and sellers. So after the wick, if the market react according to the wick, so that means the wick worked and the market will go to that side. Otherwise, the wick is no more important for us. But the big candle can react like support resistance area as well. So the big candle is so much important. You have to respect the big candle. I never lose a trade. I never lose a trade except the big candle. Sometime what happen, we see the big candle and we neglect that, we overlook that, so we stuck in a weak trade. So in my experience, I never lose trade in this strategy, but whenever I lose only on the big candle because of the big candle. Otherwise, I don't lose any trade because whenever I trade, I am 99% sure this trade will work and I will generate money from that. But if sometimes I mistook the big candle, so then I stuck in a weak trade as well. But in this strategy, I believe if you follow the rules, you will be most of the time on the right side because I don't remember when I trade from the other mistakes or my faults, but except the big candle because the big candle is danger one. You have to respect that. Okay, after the wick, this is a wick as well, and this is a wick as well. This is a wick as well. But look at this one. After this wick, the market there is no selling after that, and the market react according to that wick as well. So the big candle come after the wick and the high volume wick as well. So that means this wick worked and the market react according to that. So there are two things, big candle and wick candle, both supporting each other to one direction. So this is a truly good trade to buy, to look for buy, not for sell. But if there were no wick like this one, that will be buy as well because we have the irrelevant activity as well. So anyway, we will discuss these things step by step in the strategy because there is a big candle after the wick as well. Look at this one. Why this didn't work? We will discuss each and everything. This is a complete strategy, and you will enjoy this. And it is a very different view of the market. You may never heard of this before. Anyway, these are the two precautious things you have to look for before a trade: the big candle and the wick candle. The wick candle is not so much important for us because after the wick, if the market react according to that, so that means the wick worked, and this is important for us then. But the big candle is a standalone. It is so much important for us because it represents the irrelevant activity, change of behavior in the market. So that means this is so much important. And the big candle didn't made randomly, it is made because of the big transactions. And this strategy is totally based on the transactions taking place. But these are the two things, the precautious things you have to look for before figuring out the transactions from the smart money, that which side has won the match or which side is winning. So these are the two precautions thing, and this strategy is totally based on the transactions taking place in an area. We will discuss these each and everything, but for now, the big candle and wick candle, and the big candle is so much important. Keep in mind the big candle, be careful, give respect to the big candle. It is a complete strategy. Stay tuned.